G'day folks, Raymond Foster here, hope you're doing great. As one of the bravest, most noble heroes to have ever walked the face of this planet, a hero fighting to protect Western kind, and innocent members of Western kind, I'm often met with this criticism or anti-white attack and slander. It's essentially meant to try to shut down the advocacy of white well-being, the advocacy of the white race, therefore the protecting of innocent white children from molestation and child abuse. So, because I'm a hero and I fight to protect innocent children on a daily basis, this is basically who I am. There's not much more else to me. The majority of my time and focus is spent on working, alright, voluntarily as well. I don't get paid for it, but I work full-time every day. Majority of my time is spent working on this, and this is protecting innocent members of Western kind from anti-white discrimination and abuse. So that means protecting innocent white children from anti-white child molestation. So it's quite common that people who really don't like me, most people love me. Most people, they see me as a hero, one of the most noble people you could possibly meet, a man of virtue and character that they want their children to aspire to be like and to grow up to be like me, to be like Raymond Foster, if their children can possibly be like me, right? Most people see me as a hero, a great man. But you have a few vile, evil scumbags who are child molesters and worse than pedophiles themselves, who really don't like men like Raymond Foster. There's some folk who have their disagreements because they're jealous of the greatness and the nobility and the virtue of my character. Alright, so they still see me as a king, they still see me as a gigachad, essentially, like the other folks do, who look up to me as a hero and wish for their children to grow up to be like me, okay? Even the folk who dislike me, they still see me as just as much as a hero, but some of them are jealous, okay? And so their admiration for me is expressed as resentment, but they still admire me as a noble hero, far greater and far above themselves. And that's why they hate on me, that's why they troll me, that's why they resent me, that's why they try to laugh at the things I say and doubt the things I say, etc. Because they admire me so much that they're slightly resentful because they're not as good as I am. They're not as boss as Raymond Foster. So for that reason, some folk don't like Raymond Foster. Okay, so you have the vast majority of people who love me, who look up to me, who want to try to grow up to be a man like me once they become a man, or want their sons to grow up to be men like me. Alright? The vast majority of people in the world look at men like me like that. As great heroes. One of the greatest men to walk the face of this planet. And then you've got a small pocket of folk who are resentful. They still admire me just as much as these people. Alright, as the vast majority of folk who see me as a noble hero of great virtue and noble character, who they would wish for their sons to grow up to be like. Okay? The small pocket of people who are resentful and jealous and will hate on me, etc., they admire me just as much as the first category. And then you have a small, tiny percentage of vile sickos who literally on a daily basis are trying to go out and molest innocent children, okay? And they're the only people on the planet who actually don't like me, who don't look up to me as a hero, who don't admire me as a great and noble man. Again, either expressing that as admiration and love or as resentful, jealous, bickering and mockery. Either way, that's admiration. But then you've got this small, tiny group of actual anti-white scum monsters who are demons, worse than pedophiles, who actually want to go out and molest innocent children. And because my job is to protect innocent children, they don't like me. Because I stand in the way of their evil, their sick, demonic behavior and intentions of molesting innocent white children. And this is what we have here with this angry angel ant. An individual who doesn't like me and he attacks me because he wants to molest innocent children. And it's my job to protect innocent children from molestation, from sick anti-whites like himself. So clearly, that's why he doesn't like me. I stand in the way of his evil intentions. And that's why all good people love me and look up to me as a hero of noble virtue and character. Because I stand in the way of evil and their intention to harm the innocent. Okay? And all good people respect a hero. Someone who stands up and protects the innocent from evil. Someone who stands up and protects the vulnerable from those who would take advantage of them and abuse them. Okay? Everyone respects and loves a hero who protects the innocent. The only people, again, who would have a bit of jealousy and resentment, they still respect the hero, but they wish they could be the hero. They wish they could get the admiration and the love that the hero gets. So they don't necessarily oppose the hero, they're just jealous and they wish they could be me. They're not me's. That's what we nickname you folk like that, not me's. Or me-nots. Yeah? You're me-nots. You're not me. You're me-nots. And so that's why you have a little bit of resentment. But then you have folk like this, which is a small percentage of people on the planet, who are actually vile sickos, who consciously, they're thinking, they're actively out there, how can I get away with abusing innocent children? Fuck this Raymond Foster motherfucker. He keeps making it really, really hard. Alright? That's these types of people. They want to abuse innocent children, and they really don't like me because I make it very, very hard for them to abuse innocent children. Impossible, even. I actually make it impossible. Men like myself are the first for centuries. Alright? The first men in human history, we are actually putting an end to child abuse forever. We're not going to try to deal with it or help treat the trauma in the children. And no, we're putting an end to child abuse forever. We're going to make cultural changes, societal changes, and we will put an end to child abuse forever. From this point into the future, for all of time to come. Right? No more child abuse. It's going to all stop on this planet because of men like myself. So the folk who want to get away with molestation of children, they really don't like Raymond Foster. But they're the only people who don't like Raymond Foster. And this is something they will try to attack me with. They will try to say, to try to criticize, to try to downplay, and try to get away with and promote and perpetuate their molestation of innocent children. They will try to say, alright, to my advocacy of the well-being of the white race, to my advocacy of the recapturing of the destiny of Western kind, to my advocacy of protecting innocent children from molestation, they will say to me, so just what, anyone who disagrees with you is an anti-white? You trying to make out you can't just call us anti-white. You can't just keep calling us anti-white, man. Ray, you can't just keep calling us anti-whites. How dare you keep calling us out? Well, because we disagree with you. No, they're trying to play out as if, because they have a different opinion, that makes them anti-white. And it's not just that they actively have the intention to abuse and molest innocent children, but I'm a hero, I stand in the way, and I don't let them molest innocent children, so they're kind of salty because they wish they could, but I'm not going to let them touch the kids. And again, my work that I do on a daily basis actually makes it impossible for them to do it. So they're pissed. Because they can't keep molesting children now because Raymond Foster has put an end to their efforts. And so they'll jump in and say shit like, oh, so anyone who disagrees with you is anti-white. You can't just keep calling me anti-white, bro. Like, what? No, mate, I will. I will keep calling you out as anti-white. Because you know it works. You know that's why you can't touch the kids. You can't abuse the kids, mate, because I'm calling you anti-white. I'm exposing the evil. Calling it what it is. You want to touch them because they're white kids. You want to molest them because they're white kids. So you're an anti-white. And you want to abuse the white race and the children of our race. The innocent members of Western kind. So yeah, I'll keep calling it anti-white. And obviously it's not because we have a different opinion. You're allowed to have a different opinion. You know? We're allowed to disagree. You can think whatever you want. But if your actions and your expressions, what you think, okay, opposes my advocacy to protect children from molestation and abuse, from anti-whiteism, well then you are consciously, actively promoting the molestation of children. You're worse than a pedophile. You're scum. You're an evil anti-white. I will continue to call you out as that and let the whole world know that you are that. Even you will start to see yourself as that. And if I see you in person, you're going to piss yourself. Because I'll tickle you that much till you fucking fall to the ground and piss yourself and lay in a puddle of your own piss, you fucking scum. Child molesting pieces of filth. You're lucky I won't see you around. Take it easy.